June wiped the sweat from his forehead as he looked at the giant spaceship. It was his first time seeing an alien ship this close. The metal shell shined under Earth's sun, making strange patterns on the ground. Dr. June Kim. A tall man in a blue uniform walked up to him. "Yes, that's me," Jun said, picking up his small bag. "I'm Captain Lee. Welcome to the diplomatic team. You are the last to arrive." The captain looked at his watch. "We leave in 1 hour." June nodded and followed Captain Lee to a building near the landing pad. Inside, 5 other humans sat around a table. They all wore fancy clothes and had serious faces. June felt out of place in his simple clothes. "Everyone, this is Dr. June Kim, the zoologist I told you about," Captain Lee said. A woman with gray hair stood up. "I'm Dr. Park, head of this mission. Why do we need an animal doctor on a diplomatic trip?" Captain Lee smiled. "The Eridani people have pets. Very dangerous pets. We need someone who understands dangerous animals." June cleared his throat. "I've worked with the most dangerous animals on Earth. Tigers, bears, venomous snakes. I can read their behavior better than most." Dr. Park didn't look happy. "This is a serious mission, Dr. Kim. We are the first humans to visit the Eridani royal family. The future of Earth-Eridani relations depends on us. And their culture is built around their bond with deadly creatures," Captain Lee added. "Dr. Kim's skills will be useful." June sat down as the others talked about trade deals and politics. His mind wandered to what he knew about the Eridani. They looked like a mix between humans and cats. They stood upright but had fur, pointed ears, and sharp teeth. They were stronger than humans and lived longer. And they kept monsters as pets. 1 hour later, they boarded the ship. June sat by a window, watching Earth get smaller as they flew into space. He had never left Earth before. Now he was going to a planet 10 light-years away. The journey took 3 weeks. When they arrived, Jun pressed his face against the window. Planet Eridani was beautiful, with purple oceans and green land. Their ship landed at a spaceport near the capital city. As they walked down the ramp, Jun felt the heavier gravity pulling at his body. The air smelled sweet, like flowers. A group of Eridani waited for them. They stood tall, their fur patterns ranging from gold to dark brown. Their eyes were large, with pupils that reminded June of a cat's. One Eridani stepped forward. She wore a silver dress that matched her light gray fur. A small crown sat between her pointed ears. "Welcome to Eridani. I am Princess Hannah." Her voice was musical but firm. "I will be your guide during your stay." June couldn't help but stare. Princess Hannah was beautiful in an alien way. Her eyes were golden, and her movements were graceful. Dr. Park bowed. "Thank you for your welcome, Princess. We are honored." Princess Hannah's eyes moved over the human group. When she saw June, she paused. "You brought many politicians, and one who is not. Why?" Dr. Park looked nervous. "This is Dr. Kim. He is a zoologist. He studies animals." Princess Hannah's ears twitched. "Ah, you heard about our companions and brought someone to study them." She didn't sound pleased. June stepped forward. "I'm here to learn, Princess. Earth has many dangerous animals too. I respect them, not fear them." Princess Hannah studied him for a moment. Then she made a sound like a laugh. "We shall see. My personal companions are the most deadly on our planet. Even some Eridani fear them." She turned and whistled. From behind a building, 3 massive creatures appeared. They looked like tigers but had 6 legs and crystal-like spines along their backs. They moved toward Princess Hannah, their steps silent despite their size. The human delegation stepped back in fear. Only June stayed in place, his eyes wide with wonder rather than terror. Princess Hannah noticed. "Interesting," she said softly. "Perhaps this visit will be more exciting than I thought." June wiped the sweat from his forehead as he looked at the giant spaceship. It was his first time seeing an alien ship this close. The metal shell shined under Earth's sun, making strange patterns on the ground. Dr. Jun Kim. A tall man in a blue uniform walked up to him. "Yes, that's me," Jun said, picking up his small bag. "I'm Captain Lee. Welcome to the diplomatic team. You are the last to arrive." The captain looked at his watch. "We leave in 1 hour." Jun nodded and followed Captain Lee to a building near the landing pad. Inside, 5 other humans sat around a table. They all wore fancy clothes and had serious faces. Jun felt out of place in his simple clothes. "Everyone, this is Dr. Jun Kim, the zoologist I told you about," Captain Lee said. A woman with gray hair stood up. "I'm Dr. Park, head of this mission. Why do we need an animal doctor on a diplomatic trip?" Captain Lee smiled. "The Eridani people have pets. Very dangerous pets. We need someone who understands dangerous animals." Jun cleared his throat. "I've worked with the most dangerous animals on Earth. Tigers, bears, venomous snakes. I can read their behavior better than most." Dr. Park didn't look happy. "This is a serious mission, Dr. Kim. We are the first humans to visit the Eridani royal family. The future of Earth-Eridani relations depends on us. And their culture is built around their bond with deadly creatures," Captain Lee added. "Dr. Kim's skills will be useful." Jun sat down as the others talked about trade deals and politics. His mind wandered to what he knew about the Eridani. They looked like a mix between humans and cats. They stood upright but had fur, pointed ears, and sharp teeth. They were stronger than humans and lived longer. And they kept monsters as pets. 1 hour later, they boarded the ship. Jun sat by a window, watching Earth get smaller as they flew into space. He had never left Earth before. Now he was going to a planet 10 light-years away. The journey took 3 weeks. When they arrived, Jun pressed his face against the window. Planet Eridani was beautiful, with purple oceans and green land. Their ship landed at a spaceport near the capital city. As they walked down the ramp, Jun felt the heavier gravity pulling at his body. The air smelled sweet, like flowers. A group of Eridani waited for them. They stood tall, their fur patterns ranging from gold to dark brown. Their eyes were large, with pupils that reminded Jun of a cat's. One Eridani stepped forward. She wore a silver dress that matched her light gray fur. A small crown sat between her pointed ears. "Welcome to Eridani. I am Princess Hannah." Her voice was musical but firm. "I will be your guide during your stay." Jun couldn't help but stare. Princess Hannah was beautiful in an alien way. Her eyes were golden, and her movements were graceful. Dr. Park bowed. "Thank you for your welcome, Princess. We are honored." Princess Hannah's eyes moved over the human group. When she saw Jun, she paused. "You brought many politicians, and one who is not. Why?" Dr. Park looked nervous. "This is Dr. Kim. He is a zoologist. He studies animals." Princess Hannah's ears twitched. "Ah, you heard about our companions and brought someone to study them." She didn't sound pleased. Jun stepped forward. "I'm here to learn, Princess. Earth has many dangerous animals too. I respect them, not fear them." Princess Hannah studied him for a moment. Then she made a sound like a laugh. "We shall see. My personal companions are the most deadly on our planet. Even some Eridani fear them." She turned and whistled. From behind a building, 3 massive creatures appeared. They looked like tigers but had 6 legs and crystal-like spines along their backs. They moved toward Princess Hannah, their steps silent despite their size. The human delegation stepped back in fear. Only Jun stayed in place, his eyes wide with wonder rather than terror. Princess Hannah noticed. "Interesting," she said softly. "Perhaps this visit will be more exciting than I thought." The royal palace of Eridani rose high into the purple sky. It was made of a strange blue stone that seemed to glow from within. Jun and the other humans walked behind Princess Hannah. Her 3 large pets moved around the group, making the diplomats nervous. "Stay close," Dr. Park whispered to Jun. "Those things look like they want to eat us." June watched the six-legged beasts with interest. They're just curious. See how they keep their distance. They're not hunting. Princess Hana's ears turned slightly, showing she heard them. The Kirin are excellent hunters, Dr. Kim. They can hear a heartbeat from 100 steps away. June smiled. Amazing creatures. How do you communicate with them? Princess Hana seemed surprised by his question. Through bonds formed since they were cubs. It takes years to earn a Kirin's trust. They entered the palace through tall doors. Inside, more Eridani waited. They all wore fine clothes and had different colored fur. Some had their own pets, smaller versions of the Kirin or other strange animals. The human delegation, Princess Hana announced. They will stay with us for 1 moon cycle. An older Eridani with dark brown fur stepped forward. He wore a larger crown than Princess Hana's. I am King Da. Welcome to our world. The humans bowed. Dr. Park began a speech about friendship between worlds. While she talked, Jun noticed one of Princess Hana's Kirin watching him. It was the largest of the three, with golden fur and blue crystal spines. The beast moved closer to Jun. The other humans stepped away, but Jun stayed still. He kept his breathing calm and his eyes soft, not staring directly at the Kirin. Sunfire, return, Princess Hana called, but the Kirin took another step toward Jun. The room went quiet. Even Dr. Park stopped talking. Everyone watched as the huge beast came within arm's reach of Jun. Jun slowly raised his hand, palm down, and turned his face slightly away, a sign he was not a threat. The Kirin made a rumbling sound deep in its throat. Do not move, King Da warned. Sunfire is Hana's most dangerous Kirin. But Jun saw something in the beast's eyes, not anger, but curiosity. It's okay, he said softly. We're just getting to know each other. The Kirin leaned forward and sniffed Jun's hand. Its breath was hot and smelled like cinnamon. Then, to everyone's shock, it pressed its massive head against Jun's palm. A gasp went through the room. Princess Hana's eyes widened. Impossible, someone whispered. No off-worlder has ever touched a royal Kirin. King Da stepped closer. How did you do that, human? Jun gently stroked the Kirin's head. I didn't do anything special. I just showed respect. Princess Hana walked over, her face showing both surprise and suspicion. Sunfire has rejected even noble Eridani who tried to approach him. She studied Jun with new interest. Are all humans like you? No, Jun said. I've spent my life working with dangerous animals. I've learned to understand them. An Eridani male with silver fur pushed through the crowd. This is some human trick, he said loudly. No one bonds with a Kirin so quickly. Princess Hana's ears flattened slightly. Lord Tae, not now. Test him, Lord Tae insisted. Let him try with an untrained Kirin. Then we'll see the truth. King Dae raised his hand for silence. An interesting idea. Dr. Kim, would you be willing to work with one of our younger, untrained Kirin during your stay? Before Jun could answer, Dr. Park stepped in. Your Majesty, Dr. Kim is here as part of our diplomatic team, not as an animal trainer. I'll do it, Jun said, still petting Sunfire. I would be honored. Princess Hana's golden eyes locked with Jun's. For a moment, he thought he saw respect in them. Then it is settled, King Da said. Princess Hana will oversee this challenge. With pleasure, Father, Princess Hana said. She whistled, and Sunfire reluctantly left Jun's side to return to her. Tomorrow, Dr. Kim, you will meet Storm, our youngest and most difficult Kirin. No off-worlder has ever trained one of our companions. I doubt you will be the first. Jun bowed slightly. I look forward to trying, Princess. Lord Ta smirked. If you survive the first meeting. The other Eridani laughed, but Princess Hana was watching Jun with curious eyes that held a new question. Who was this strange human who could touch a Kirin without fear? The next morning, Princess Hana led Jun to a large open area behind the palace. The ground was covered with soft red grass. High walls surrounded the space. "This is our training ground," she explained. "All royal Kirin learn to obey here." June looked around. "It's beautiful." Princess Hana's ears twitched. "It's not meant to be beautiful. It's meant to be safe. The walls are strong enough to stop a Kirin from escaping." "I see," June said. "So I'll meet Storm here." Princess Hana nodded. "Yes, but first, you should understand what Kirin mean to us." She pointed to a metal pin on her dress that looked like a Kirin. "Our whole society is built on our bond with these creatures. A noble without a Kirin companion has no real power." "So they're more than pets," Jun said. "Much more. They are partners, protectors." Her golden eyes studied Jun. "My 3 Kirin give me status at court. They are known to be the strongest and most loyal. That's why Lord Ta doesn't like me touching Sunfire," Jun guessed. Princess Hana smiled, showing sharp teeth. "Very smart, human. Ta has tried for years to bond with powerful Kirin. He has only one, and it is not as impressive as mine." She walked to a small building at the edge of the training ground. "Ta thinks humans must be using tricks or technology to calm our beasts. He wants to prove you are cheating." "I'm not," Jun said. "We'll see." Princess Hana pressed a button on the wall. "I must tell you, Storm is difficult. He has rejected 3 trainers already." A door in the wall slid open. A young Kirin walked out. It was smaller than Sunfire, but still bigger than a horse. Its fur was dark gray with white marks like lightning across its sides. The crystal spines on its back were clear, not blue like Sunfire's. Storm saw them and growled. The sound made the ground shake. "He's magnificent," Jun whispered. Princess Hana looked surprised. Most people say dangerous, not magnificent, when they see a Kirin. Storm paced along the far wall, all 6 legs moving in perfect rhythm. His eyes, bright yellow, never left Jun. "What do I need to do?" Jun asked. "Bond with him," Princess Hana said. "If you can make him come to you without force in 3 days, you win the challenge." "And if I fail?" Princess Hana's face grew serious. "Then you prove Ta right, that humans cannot truly understand our ways." June took a deep breath. "May I ask how Eridani trainers would approach him?" Princess Hana pointed to a rack of tools on the wall. "We use those to show dominance. The sound stick makes noise that Kirin don't like. The light whip doesn't hurt them, but makes them move back." June frowned. "So you scare them into obeying." "We show them who is stronger," Princess Hana corrected. She seemed annoyed by his question. "Kirin respects strength above all." "I'd like to try a different way," Jun said. "You can try whatever you want," Princess Hana said. "But Storm has already hurt people who were too gentle." Just then, Lord Tai appeared at the entrance to the training ground. 3 other Eridani nobles were with him. "We came to watch the human fail," Ta called out, laughing. Princess Hana's ears flattened with anger. This was to be a private session. "The king said anyone could observe," Tai replied. "We all want to see if humans have special powers or if they are as weak as they look." Jun ignored them. He walked slowly to the center of the training ground and sat down on the red grass. Storm watched him, still growling. "What are you doing?" Princess Hana asked. "I'm letting him see that I'm not a threat," Jun explained. "I won't use fear to control him." Ta laughed loudly. "He'll be dead before sunset." No one turns their back on a Kirin. But Princess Hana was quiet, watching Jun with new interest. Storm had stopped growling and was studying the strange human who showed no fear. "Perhaps," she said softly, "there is more than one kind of strength." For 3 hours, Jun sat in the middle of the training ground. He did not move much, just watched Storm and sometimes looked away. The young Kirin paced around, keeping its distance. Lord Tai and his friends got bored and left after the first hour. Only Princess Hana stayed, sitting on a bench near the wall. "You're wasting time," she finally said. Storm won't come to you if you just sit there. June smiled. I'm not wasting time. I'm learning about him. Learning what? That he doesn't like you. No, June said. I'm learning that he's curious but careful. See how he keeps looking at me. He wants to know what I am. Princess Hannah watched Storm more closely. The Kirin did keep looking at June, his head tilting slightly each time. On Earth, June continued, I worked with tigers. Big cats that hunt alone. They're curious too, but they need to feel safe before they'll trust you. June slowly reached into his pocket and took out a small bag. May I give him something? Princess Hannah's ears perked up. What is it? Just dried meat from my lunch. I noticed all the Kirin like meat. Princess Hannah hesitated, then nodded. You may try, but be careful. His teeth can cut through metal. June placed a small piece of dried meat on the ground in front of him. Then he moved back a few steps and sat down again. Now we wait, he said. Storm smelled the meat right away. His nose twitched, and he took a few steps closer. But then he stopped, still not trusting. He won't take it, Princess Hannah said. Kirin are taught never to take food from strangers. But June just waited patiently. After nearly an hour, Storm came a little closer. Then a little closer again. Finally, when the sun was starting to set, the young Kirin darted forward, grabbed the meat, and jumped back. June smiled but didn't move. He just placed another small piece on the ground, a bit closer to himself this time. Princess Hannah watched with wide eyes. That's not how we train them. I'm not training him yet, June explained. I'm building trust. By the end of the day, Storm had taken 3 pieces of meat, each one from a spot closer to June. That's enough for today, June said, standing up slowly. We'll continue tomorrow. Princess Hannah walked with him back to the palace. Your way is strange, she said. Our trainers would have Storm running from the sound stick by now, showing who is boss. But would he trust them? June asked. Princess Hannah thought about this. Trust isn't as important as obedience. I disagree, June said gently. A companion who follows you out of fear will leave you when they're not afraid anymore. But one who follows out of trust will stay even in danger. That night, June went back to his room and wrote notes about Storm in a small book. He drew pictures of the Kirin's body language and made plans for the next day. What he didn't know was that Princess Hannah was watching him through a small camera in his room. She was curious about this strange human who treated Kirin so differently. What are you doing? She whispered, even though he couldn't hear her. She watched as June studied and planned, showing more care for Storm than many Eridani would. The next morning, June returned to the training ground early. To his surprise, Princess Hannah was already there. I want to see your human methods from the beginning, she explained. June nodded. I'm glad you're here. Maybe you can help me understand Storm better. Princess Hannah's ears twitched with surprise. No Eridani trainer had ever asked for her help or opinion. Perhaps, she said, I can also learn something from you. As Storm entered the training area, June saw that the young Kirin looked at him with less fear today. It was a good start. For the next 2 days, June spent every morning with Storm. Each day, the young Kirin came closer. By the end of the second day, Storm was eating meat from June's hand. He still wouldn't let June touch him, but it was progress. Princess Hannah watched all of this with growing interest. She came to every session and asked many questions. Why don't you look directly into his eyes? She asked on the 3rd day. Direct eye contact can seem like a challenge to animals that hunt, June explained. It says, I might attack you in their language. But Eridani trainers always make eye contact. It shows strength. June nodded. Different ways work for different people. I'm just showing Storm that I respect him. That afternoon, Princess Hannah invited June to walk in the royal gardens. The other human diplomats were in meetings about trade, but June was excused because of his special assignment with Storm. The gardens were full of strange plants. Some had leaves that changed color when you walked past. Others made soft music when the wind blew. "Your world is amazing," Jun said. Princess Hannah smiled. "Tell me about Earth. Do you have gardens there?" "Yes, but very different from this." Jun described the forests and jungles of Earth, the many animals that lived there, and how some were now protected because they were rare. "You protect animals even though they don't serve you." Princess Hannah seemed confused. "We believe all living things have value," Jun said, "not just for what they can do for us." They sat on a bench near a small pool. Fish with two tails swam in the clear water. "Why did you become an animal doctor?" Princess Hannah asked. June looked up at the purple sky. "When I was a child, I found a hurt bird. Everyone said to leave it alone, that it would die anyway. But I took care of it, and it got better. When it flew away, I felt." He searched for a simple word. "I felt right, like I had found my purpose." Princess Hannah was quiet for a moment. Then she said, "When I was small, I was often alone. My father was busy being king. My mother died when I was a baby. The other noble children were afraid to play with me because I was the princess." "That sounds lonely," Jun said. "It was, but then my father gave me my first Kirin, a cub named Moonlight. She was my friend when no one else was." Princess Hannah's voice grew soft. "That's why I have 3 Kirin now. They are always loyal to me." Jun understood now. "Your pets are your family." "Yes." Princess Hannah looked surprised that he understood. "Most Eridani keep Kirin to show their power. But for me, they are more." They talked until the sun began to set. Princess Hannah told June about Eridani history and myths. June shared stories about Earth's different cultures and animals. As they walked back to the palace, Princess Hannah said, "Tomorrow is the last day of your challenge with Storm. If he lets you touch him, you win." "I'm not sure he'll be ready," June admitted. "Building trust takes time. Lord Tai and the other nobles will be watching," Princess Hannah warned. "They still think you are using some human trick." "No tricks," June promised. "Just patience and respect." Princess Hannah stopped walking and turned to face him. "I've been watching you, June. At first, I thought humans were weak because your bodies are not as strong as ours. But now, I see that you have a different kind of strength." "What kind?" June asked. "The strength to bend instead of break. To find new ways when old ways don't work." Her golden eyes studied his face. "It's impressive." For the first time, Jun felt like Princess Hannah was seeing him, not just as a strange human, but as a person she respected. "Thank you," he said. "That means a lot coming from you." As they reached the palace doors, Princess Hannah said, "Good luck tomorrow. I think you'll need it. Storm is still very wild." June nodded. "Wild doesn't mean dangerous. It just means free." The final day of June's challenge arrived. The training ground was crowded with Eridani nobles who came to watch. Lord Ta stood at the front, a mean smile on his face. King Dai sat on a special chair, looking serious. Princess Hannah found June waiting by the entrance. "Are you ready?" she asked. June nodded. "I think Storm might let me touch him today. He was very calm yesterday." "Good, but be careful. Many eyes are watching." She lowered her voice. "Some want you to fail." June walked to the center of the training ground. The audience was quiet as a helper opened the door to let Storm in. Something was wrong. As soon as Storm entered, June could see the difference. The young Kirin's eyes were wide, and he was breathing fast. He let out a loud roar that made many Eridani step back. "What happened to him?" June asked Princess Hannah, who stood nearby. "I don't know. He was fine this morning." Her ears were flat with worry. Storm began running around the edge of the training ground, roaring and jumping. When he saw June, he lowered his head and growled. "He doesn't recognize me," June said. He turned to leave, but the exit was blocked by guards. "The challenge must finish," Lord Ta called out. Either control the beast or admit humans are too weak. June looked at Storm again. The Kirin wasn't just angry. He looked sick. His movements were not smooth like before. Something's wrong with him, June said to Princess Hannah. He needs help, not training. Princess Hannah studied Storm. You're right. His eyes are not the right color. And look, his third left leg is shaking. Storm suddenly charged at June. The human barely jumped aside in time. The crowd gasped. Stop this! Princess Hannah called to her father. Storm is sick. King Dai stood up. Is this true, Ta? Did you do something to the Kirin? Lord Ta looked nervous. Of course not. The human just can't control it. But Jum was watching Storm carefully. The Kirin fell to the ground, shaking. Foam came from his mouth. Without thinking of his own safety, Jun ran to Storm's side. He's been poisoned, he said. I need to help him now or he'll die. Princess Hannah ran to them. How do you know? I've seen these signs before. Please, I need medicines. June placed his hand on Storm's neck, feeling the fast heartbeat. And water. Lots of water. King Dai ordered the guards to bring what June needed. Lord Ta tried to leave, but 2 guards stopped him. All night, June stayed with Storm. He gave the sick Kirin medicine and wiped his hot body with cool water. Princess Hannah didn't leave either. She helped June, following his instructions without question. Why are you doing this? She asked as they worked. Storm nearly killed you. He's not bad, Jum said, his eyes tired but determined. He's suffering. No creature should suffer if I can help it. By morning, Storm was breathing better. His fever was going down. Jum sat on the ground, exhausted. He had not slept all night. Princess Hannah brought him a drink. You saved him, she said. Her voice was full of respect and something else, something warm. We saved him, June corrected her. I couldn't have done it alone. Lord Ta had been locked in a room all night. When King Dai questioned him, he finally admitted the truth. He had put poison in Storm's food, hoping the Kirin would attack June and prove humans were weak. He will be punished, Princess Hannah told June. Harming a royal Kirin is a serious crime. June nodded, too tired to speak much. He looked at Storm, who was now sleeping peacefully. Princess Hannah sat beside June. After a moment, she did something no one expected. She gently leaned her head against his shoulder. Thank you, she whispered, not just for saving Storm, but for showing me a new way to see. June smiled, surprised but happy. That's what friends do. They help each other see new things. Princess Hannah's ears twitched. Friends, she repeated. Yes, but perhaps something more. 2 weeks passed. Storm got better each day, and his bond with June grew stronger. The young Kirin now followed June everywhere he was allowed to go. He even slept outside June's room at night. One morning, Princess Hannah came to find June. She looked excited. The Royal Beast Tournament begins tomorrow, she said. It happens once a year. All the nobles show their skill with their companion animals. That sounds interesting, June said, patting Storm's head. The Kirin made a happy rumbling sound. I want you to enter with Storm, Princess Hannah said. June's eyes went wide. Me? But I'm not Eridani. I'm just a visitor. That's why it would be special. Princess Hannah's ears twitched with excitement. No human has ever been in the tournament. You and Storm could make history. What would we have to do? June asked. There are 3 tests, Princess Hannah explained. First is obedience, where your companion must follow commands perfectly. Second is hunting, where they must find hidden objects. Third is combat, where they show their fighting skills with training dummies. June frowned at the last part. I don't know if Storm is ready for combat, and I don't want to make him fight. You don't have to make him fight for real, Princess Hannah said. Just show that he can protect himself and you. It's important for Kirin to be strong. June thought for a moment. I'll try the first 2 tests. For the third, maybe we can show something different. Princess Hannah looked confused. Different how? You'll see, Jun said with a smile. Will your father allow me to enter? He already said yes. After you saved Storm, he has new respect for you. Princess Hannah touched Jun's arm lightly. As do I. The next day, the royal arena was full of Eridani watching the tournament. The human diplomats sat in a special area, cheering for Jun. Dr. Park looked nervous but proud. For the first test, Jun and Storm did very well. Storm followed all of Jun's hand signals perfectly, sitting, jumping, and running in circles. The crowd was impressed by how well they worked together. In the second test, Storm found all the hidden objects faster than any other Kirin. He used his nose and all 6 ears to locate small metal balls buried in the sand. When it was time for the third test, the other Eridani nobles sent their companions to attack large training dummies. The Kirin ripped the dummies apart with their teeth and claws, showing their strength. But when Jun's turn came, he did something different. He asked for 3 small boxes to be put in the arena. Then he whispered to Storm. The crowd went quiet, watching. Storm walked to the first box and tapped it gently with his paw. Nothing happened. He moved to the second box and tapped it. Again, nothing. When he tapped the third box, it opened and a small ball rolled out. Storm picked up the ball in his mouth and brought it to Jun. The human gave him a treat. What is this? Lord Ta shouted from the stands. He had been released from prison, but was no longer allowed near the royal Kirin. That's not combat. That's just a simple trick. King Dae raised his hand for silence. What are you showing us, Dr. Kim? Jun bowed to the king. I'm showing that Kirin are not just strong fighters. They are smart too. Storm just solved a puzzle that many earth animals could not figure out. Princess Hannah stepped forward. My father, the human, is right. We value Kirin for their strength, but not for their minds. Jun has shown us a new way to see our companions. The crowd began to talk excitedly. Some Eridani nodded in agreement. Others looked unsure. Let the judges decide, King Da said. After a long wait, the head judge stood up. For showing us a new kind of strength, the strength of the mind, we award Jun and Storm first place in the third trial. The crowd cheered. Princess Hannah ran to Jun, and to everyone's surprise, hugged him tight. You did it, she whispered in his ear. You showed them all that there are many kinds of strength. Jun hugged her back, feeling happier than he had in a long time. Storm nudged them both with his head, wanting to be part of the moment. For the first time, Jun felt like he truly belonged on this strange alien world. The day after the tournament, the palace was full of talk about Jun and Storm's victory. Many Eridani wanted to meet the human who had taken a new approach to Kirin training. Some began to try Jun's methods with their own companions. Princess Hannah took Jun to a quiet garden to escape the crowds. Her 3 Kirin and Storm played together nearby, running and jumping through the colorful plants. You've changed things, Princess Hannah said. In just a few weeks, you've made our people think differently about Kirin. Jun smiled. I just showed them another way. They chose to see it. A messenger ran into the garden. Princess, the king wants to see you and the human right away. They hurried to the throne room. King Dai sat on his large chair, looking troubled. Lord Ta stood before him, his silver fur bristling with anger. There you are, Lord Ta said when he saw them. Now I can prove that this human is a liar. Princess Hannah stepped forward. Father, what is happening? King Dai sighed. Lord Ta claims that Dr. Kim has been using Earth technology to control our Kirin. He demands that Dr. Kim be searched. Jun's face showed surprise. I haven't used any technology. I've only used patience and respect. Lies, Lord Ta shouted. No one can tame a Kirin so quickly without tricks. I demand he be searched now. King Dai nodded to the guards. I'm sorry, Dr. Kim, but we must check. Please show us everything you carry. June emptied his pockets. He had only a small notebook, a pen, and some dried meat for Storm. The guards checked his clothes, but found nothing strange. Lord Ta looked frustrated. Check his room. He must be hiding something there. The king sent guards to search June's room. While they waited, Lord Ta continued to make accusations. Even if you find nothing, it proves nothing, he said. Humans are known for their tricks. They're too weak to survive without them. June stayed calm. Lord Ta, I understand you're upset. You poisoned Storm hoping I would fail, but instead, I succeeded. Now you're trying to find another way to discredit me. The room went silent. Lord Ta's ears flattened against his head. You forget your place, human, he growled. I am a noble of Eridani. You are just a visitor. A visitor who saved the life of a royal Kirin, Princess Hannah reminded him. A visitor who has earned the respect of my companions and my father. The guards returned. We found nothing in his room, Your Majesty. Lord Ta wasn't ready to give up. Then he must be using something we can't detect. Some human science we don't understand. Enough, King Da said. His voice was firm. Lord Ta, you have made serious accusations without proof. First, you poisoned a royal Kirin. Now you attack our guest without reason. Lord Ta looked around the room, seeing that he had lost support. In a desperate move, he pointed at June. We all know the real reason he's here. He's trying to get close to Princess Hannah. He wants to use her to gain power. Princess Hannah's golden eyes flashed with anger. How dare you? You don't speak for me or my feelings. Is this true? King Dai asked, looking at June. Do you have feelings for my daughter? The room went quiet again. Everyone looked at June, waiting for his answer. June took a deep breath. Your Majesty, I came to Eridani as a zoologist, to learn about your world's animals. I didn't expect to meet someone like Princess Hannah. He looked at her. She is strong, smart, and kind. Yes, I care for her deeply. But I never tried to use her for power or anything else. Princess Hannah's ears perked up in surprise. She hadn't expected him to admit his feelings so openly. This is outrageous. Lord Ta shouted. A human and an Eridani. It's against nature. King Dai stood up. What is against nature, Lord Ta, is your behavior. You have shown nothing but dishonor. He turned to the guards. Take Lord Tai to his home. He is no longer welcome at court. As the guards led Lord Tai away, he shouted back, This isn't over. The human will show his true nature soon enough. King Da looked at June. I apologize for this trouble. You have proven yourself a true friend to Eridani. Princess Hannah stepped closer to June. She took his hand in hers, not caring who saw. More than a friend, father. Much more.